This week on Fly Rod Chronicles, we are in my home state of almost heaven, West Virginia, to talk about the Golden Rainbow Trout. This episode is going to be a little different as I travel to the Petersburg Fish Hatchery in West Virginia to meet up with the West Virginia Division of Natural Resources, where the first ever rainbow golden trout, known as Little Camouflage, originated. We also got to check out the hatchery operations and how hard these folks work. You're going to learn about some history, take in some conservation, and even learn about the annual Gold Rush event. And of course, I'm going to catch a few of these beauties. So stick around. Traveling the world, fishing, enjoying the great outdoors. Those are things that would have seemed impossible to me when I was a kid growing up in the mountains of West Virginia. I'm a lucky man, and I never want to forget it, and I'm hoping that sharing my experiences with folks will inspire them to do the same. I'm Curtis Fleming, and these are my Fly Rod Chronicles.
How you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you. This is Jeff Williams. He's the manager here.
Nice to meet you.
We're glad you got here today. A beautiful fall day. I mean,
Perfect.
How can you beat it?
Absolutely.
It's a good day.
Yeah, and we're going to do some cool stuff.
Absolutely. We're going to show you around the Petersburg Hatchery here. It's one of our oldest facilities. Show you what we do. And Jeff, you got some golden trout for them to spawn too, don't you?
Yep, we're going to spawn some golden trout and go through all the process of getting the eggs to the incubators.
Yep.
And work from there.
Nice.
So, yep, we'll just show you around, show you what we do.
I like it. Now this Petersburg Hatchery, it's got a little bit of history.
It sure does.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Petersburg Hatchery was one of the original hatcheries in West Virginia.
Yeah.
And it's really a historical place. It's always been a broodstock hatchery, so we've continued to reproduce fish here.
Yeah.
And there's its own strain of fish, and I think they're beautiful. And we continue to reproduce those here every year, and pretty much most of the fish from the state comes from this facility.
Nice. So we got to talk about Little Camouflage.
Of course.
The Golden Rainbow Trout.
The Golden Rainbow Trout,
yeah.
Well, the way the history goes is we originally got California strain rainbow trout through the White Sulphur Springs Hatchery, which is now our only federal hatchery in West Virginia. Division of Natural Resource doesn't maintain that hatchery, rather Fish and Wildlife Service does.
Yep.
And we got these fish from White Sulphur with the purpose of establishing a broodstock for West Virginia and for the stocking of our streams. And after a few generations, they just happened to notice a bizarre fish that had some kind of, gold speckling on it, and they just took an interest in it, and thankfully they were able to keep that fish through to an adulthood. And it's very unusual to pick one fish and then make it through to adulthood, because obviously not near all the fish survive in a facility. And luckily for them, it was a female, and they reproduced that fish, and lo and behold, a lot of the fish that come out of that, several hundred of them, were all golden. And then we've continued to select those golden trout until all the offspring were golden, and the rest is history.
And I did a lot of research. So we just got back from New Mexico, and they called it a palomino, albino, I've heard. But every research seems to come back. And if I got the years right, we're looking at like the 1950 range is when this was discovered here at this hatchery, this property that we're on right now.
Right,
yeah.
right. Yeah, that's when it was first started being cultured.
Yeah.
And several years later, we had enough broodstock and was able to begin stocking that. There was a big centennial stocking in 1963, since West Virginia was 100 years old.
Right.
So we had that big event there, was kind of like when we rolled it out officially.
Yeah.
But it's been stocked ever since. And to my knowledge, West Virginia was where the original one was actually identified and developed. And to my knowledge, all others have at some stage have come from that.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna take a little break from education, and this is when I caught a golden rainbow down at Pipestem with my buddy Ed. You know, it never gets old catching these fish.
There you go, buddy.
We got a golden. Oh my God. Uh-oh. Look at him in the fast water. In the fast water. This is gonna be a dog fight. Look at this. Oh my gosh. We got West Virginia Centennial Trout on. Look at it.
I think we're wearing him down.
This might be. Oh yeah, this is. It is. Big golden trout. So Jeff, he told me to explain what we're going to do.
We're going to get in the raceways over here.
Right.
And, we already have separated out ready females that are ready to give eggs.
Yep.
They're good eggs.
Right.
What we're going to do is we put them in, males in one of those tubs and females in the other, and then there's what's called Tricane or MS222, which knocks them out,
Right.
so we can handle them.
Yep.
And then we'll squeeze a female into a bowl and make sure that there's all good eggs.
Right.
If there's too many dead eggs, we'll pitch it out because we don't want to have to deal with that later. And then we'll take the male and put the milt in,
Yep.
and then they'll all go into one big collection bowl. And when we're done, we'll take them in, clean them, get them water hardened and disinfectant, and then measure them and weigh them and
Nice.
weigh them out and
Yeah.
put them down to be
Yeah.
hatched.
Okay.
They'll hatch almost exactly 21 days here.
Wow. Nice.
All right, now,
Yep.
you want to take the fish out. Now, with that drug in the water, you want to dip them into fresh water to get that drug off. Grab the tail.
Yep. Look at that. And you're just pushing the eggs out.
Just push them right out. You want to get as many as you can.
Right.
Then she's done, she goes in and she will revive in about 4 or 5 minutes.
And now you're fertilizing eggs.
Fertilizing eggs. Very good. Get a good coverage.
Yep.
And then you put them in the bowl. You cover the bowl because sunlight, you don't want any sunlight getting to them. Damage the egg. All right, now you've kind of seen the process.
Yep.
You want to try?
I'd love to.
Okay.
Yep. So Jeff, I know that audio-wise we got water running, but we got to have water running, don't we, huh? Yep.
Cold water.
Cold water and oxygen, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we got the eggs from out there, they're fertilized, right?
They're fertilized.
Okay, so tell me what we do next here.
Well, the next thing we do is we call it cleaning. Basically what you do is you're getting any waste that might have got in there, like this piece.
Yep.
And you're also getting the milk that's not been used. You're getting that flushed off so you have nice clean eggs. What we're going to do is we're going to just gently pour them into this basket.
Okay.
Yep. Then what we do is we just put the basket back on,
Yep.
and then they go in these for 21 days. Pretty much exactly 21 days.
Wow.
Yep. And they'll get treated every day to keep fungus off of them, and we have a UV filter as well. And just to do everything we can to keep them alive.
Okay, so we covered the history of the Golden Rainbow Trout. We covered the spawning of the trout. I even got to spawn one. Now, all I gotta do is go out and catch a couple of these things. So the pressure's on me at this point.
There he is. Fish on, fish on, fish on. Fish on, fish on. Oh, look at that guy. Look at this guy. Oh, he's a big. He's a big. Oh, he's too big for the net. No, don't go down there. Oh, too big for the net. Look at this guy. Hey, look at this guy.
As you can see, when I hooked this fish, the old country boy come out on Curtis on that deal. I hopped on that fish real quick. We knew there wasn't a lot of fish to be caught, and we wanted to show this fish off. We didn't want to play this fish very long, so we wanted to get it in, get a picture, and show it off.
So we got us a male golden rainbow trout. So like 70 years ago, to think this thing came from little camouflage. The genes, when you look down, unbelievable. There's no better feeling than letting this thing go.
Man, what an incredible fish that was. You know, it's just nothing more exciting than catching a big brood trout like that. Now, we're gonna go meet our good buddy Jim Hedrick, and we're gonna talk about the annual gold rush that's gonna happen this year.
And Director McDaniel him and the governor has taken a step further, and we have what we call the gold rush. Can you just tell me a little bit about what that's about?
Sure. Well, what happened is we've always stocked golden trout,
Yeah.
normally at a rate of about 10% of the fish in the stocking.
Yeah.
Stocked as a novelty, a little more difficult to catch, but anglers have really always been attracted to them. Kids have always been attracted to them. What's better than the golden one, right?
Yeah.
So several years ago, this is our fourth or fifth, actually I've lost count,
Yeah.
a gold rush. And several years ago, we come up with this idea to make at least certain locations just stock all golden trout because there was a lot of people that, both young and old, had never caught a golden trout, really wanted to, and we thought, wow, this is a great opportunity. And the heart of it was really to create a family fishing event. And at the locations that we have the golden trout, a lot of them are lakes, and there are state parks where there are resources for family, because we wanted something that families could look forward to, something to get the families out and fishing, and we thought that was a great opportunity to do that. So we started the gold rush, and now instead of stocking about 10%, we still do that during the rest of the year,
Yep.
but then during that couple-week period in the spring, usually associated as close as we can with spring break, we stock in the neighborhood of about 50,000 additional trout that would, in the past, would have been rainbow, but now they're
Right.
just all golden. So, yeah.
So do you have some tentative dates?
Yeah, right now the tentative dates would be to start on March 29th, which is a Tuesday,
Yeah.
and continue through April 9th, which is a Saturday.
You know, as you can see, those fish are really easy to see. There was 2 really big fish in that hole. But the first one I caught was the smaller of the big fish. So you better believe it, I'm going back after the big one.
There he is, fish on, fish on. Fish on, baby. We're going for a ride. Going for a ride. He's taking me upstream. Oh my, we got us on. Fish number 2, going for a ride. Upstream, baby. Going after him. We are going for a ride. Woo, woo, woo. And he is going. Oh, look here, in the trees. Oh man. Oh, he's not happy. He is not, clearly not happy. You know what? I had to chase. I had to chase all those other fish out just to get this golden rainbow out. Don't break me. Huh? Oh, that's crazy. You know, we're targeting golden rainbows. And these leaves could mess me up here. And I had to chase rainbows out that I would have caught and given any day. Please, baby, please. I'm gonna try. I think this is another male. I caught its buddy. Oh, come on, baby. Come on. Oh, these leaves are torturing me. Come over here, come over here. Oh, come over here, come on. And I chased every fish out of that pod. Oop, uh-huh. Didn't know I was a hockey goalie, did you? Uh-huh. No, you don't. No, you don't. He tried. He tried. Holy Toledo. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. He tried. He had no idea that I was a hockey goalie. I wasn't a hockey goalie, but daggone, that thing darted by me. Look at this fish. Look at this fish. Holy Toledo. Look at this fish. Would you look at the girth of this fish? I brought the wrong freaking net. So another male golden rainbow trout. You know, as the hatchery explained, you know, not to be mistaken with the palomino, the albino. Let's see, what other names has it been called? The banana fish. This is the golden rainbow trout. You know, we talked about the true golden trout in the Sierra Nevadas, but this has been an all-out history lesson for us. You know, I've had this show for 19 seasons, and to go back to, you know, to our roots here in West Virginia and to get educated by the West Virginia Department of Natural Resources and to be able to see how these fish are grown and hatched. I just have a more appreciation of fish that some people says, oh, it's an indicator fish, or you know, the fish is something that I don't fish for no more. I tell you what, it turns me back into a kid, and the people that I've heard say, oh, it's a nuisance fish, I see those same people out there trying to catch that fish because it can be a finicky fish. This is a day that I won't forget. One more time, I want to show this fish off and just show how beautiful it is, and come out here to almost heaven, we call it, wild and wonderful. The hook on this fish, the kite is so big, beautiful male fish, but come to West Virginia and catch you one of these right here. Just an amazing fish.